Hi there. It's the 18th of February 2024. There is a story that's just coming out of South Africa, and it's to the effect that two soldiers of the South African National Defence Force were killed by mortar bomb attacks in the eastern part of the DRC, and 3 soldiers were also injured in that attack. Now, South Africa started deploying its troops in Eastern Congo after the pull out of the East African force, which was composed mostly of Kenyans. South Africa has sent, since December, South Africa has sent 3,000 soldiers, mostly infantry or mechanized infantry. South Africa has also deployed its troops in the Cabo Delgado province of Mozambique, and it has sent 1,000 soldiers to help the Mozambicans fight Islamic insurgents in the northern part of Mozambique. And the reason why South Africa has deployed its troops in Eastern Congo is mostly to fight the M23 rebels who are threatening to take over the cities of Goma, a city with close to about 2 million people. And it's the collective action principle of the SADC grouping, which states that one of its members is attacked, the others would come to its aid. Malawi and Tanzania have also agreed to send soldiers, but they have not given the strength of the force or the time they are going to do so. So the M23, I would want to discuss a bit about their background and the history on how they came to be. So the name M23 derives from the date when the DRC government and the M23, at least the organization that preceded it, signed a peace accord with it was on the 23rd of March 2009 when the then what was called the National Congress for the Defense of the People, CNDP, signed an agreement with the DRC government. It agreed to become a political party, and its soldiers were to be integrated into the regular army of the Congo. The man who leads the group, M23, at least its military wing, is the man, I've frozen the picture on the screen on there, that's him, Sultani Makenga. He is the leader of the military wing of the M23. There is another faction of the M23, and it's led by a man named Betrabi Sima. That's him in the business suit on there. And the M23 has been dormant since 2009 or about 2012. It has been dormant for most of the time, and it had actually disbanded most of its soldiers, and it was just now a shell. It only resumed fighting in about 2022. Sometime is it March 22? That's when they actually resumed fighting against the government. And it started off with Makenga's group resuming the fight against the DRC government, and fighting has mostly been concentrated around the areas around Masisi and Rutshuru, and later on I will show you a map of that part of the Eastern Congo. And now the reason why there is fighting around the areas of Masisi, Rutshuru and Sake, and then threatening Goma, is the presence of coltan mines, and the coltan, namely minerals like cassiterite, columbite, tantalum, popularly known as coltan, lithium and cobalt. They are minerals mostly found in Eastern DRC, and they are used as raw materials in such diverse industries as aerospace, the manufacture of advanced electronics, and fuel cell batteries for electric vehicles. And these minerals are needed for the world's transition to the so-called fourth industrial revolution. And so that's let me show you a map of Goma so you can see where the fighting is concentrated on. You've got on the left of the map, you've got Masisi, and then on the top you've got Rwanda. I've highlighted those two areas, and in red, that's where most of the minerals mines anyway are concentrated. And the M23 and then on the other side of the fence, the regular army of the DRC, they are fighting for control of these territories because that's where the mines are located. And the M23, they are in control of these areas, and they tax the miners in the form of the minerals themselves, and they actually then they export these minerals as contraband to neighboring countries such as Rwanda and Uganda. And they, from the sale of these minerals as well as support from Rwanda, the M23 rebel is now no longer considered your regular rebel force. It's now acting like a conventional army. This is evidence from the UN. I'll just show you an article from the independent newspaper in the UK, and it says right. I'll try and zoom in so I can show you what the article is saying. Yeah, it says the M23 now possesses firepower and equipment which is increasingly sophisticated, specifically in terms of long-range fire capacities. Now possesses machine guns and as well as precision fire against aircraft. So now with the background of all this, the Rwandans who are behind the M23, they actually deny this. They deny their involvement. I just got a short clip of Paul Kagame actually stating something to that effect.
You see, there is no evidence, there are no facts, because it is not happening. Even what is being said in the report you talked about, by the way.
Well, the monitoring group report.
You see, there is no evidence, there are no facts, because it is not happening. Even what is being said in the report you talked about, by the way.
Well, the monitoring group report.
You see, there is no.
Yeah, so that's Paul Kagame there denying Rwandan involvement in the Eastern DRC. So now, yeah, thank you for listening to this recording. If you are interested in material of this kind, please subscribe and give me some likes. Thank you. Bye.